We are in business, man. It's like indoor humidity 72%, temperature 68 degrees. Wow, that feels a lot better than it's been for the last all summer. Well, welcome back, folks. Dang, it's always nice to see you guys and meet up here like this and do these horrible things that we do together. I figured today we'd talk about intonation. I get asked all the time, if your intonation is out, how do you know whether to lengthen the string scale or make it shorter? How do you know which way to go with it? So I'm going to show you that. Got a banjo here because banjo, I was working on this today, and the bridge on the banjo you can just slide back and forth wherever it needs to be to intonate right. This one, I think is intonated. It sounds pretty close. But I'm going to bring you over here and show you how to determine if your intonation's out. I know a lot of y'all already know this, but believe me, there's a lot of people that don't know it. That's the reason for the video. I'll bring you over here and show you how to determine which way to move your saddles on your guitar, or your bridge banjo bridge, or whatever you're working on, where you live. Hold on. Now, what I'm about to tell you here applies to any string scale length. Doesn't matter what the scale length is. Man, listen to that thing ringing. Hello? Wow. Doesn't matter what the string scale length is. What matters is the distance from the nut. I don't know if you can see the nut. It's right there, trust me. The distance from the nut to the 12th fret, okay? You want to remember, measure that. Now you can get one of these, or you can use just a regular ruler. I've already set this for this banjo. You can loosen this and slide it for different instruments. And if you can see there, it's got two little gougey things on the end of it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, maybe you can. These two things right there. Okay, you set this in on the nut. It fits right on the nut just perfectly. And then you adjust that until these two pins I showed you are on the 12th fret. That's halfway. Okay? Then you move this down, set this on the 12th fret. If it didn't have strings on it, it's designed to set right on that fret. There it goes. And you can't see it, but those pins are landing right on the bridge. So that tells me this banjo should, we don't know for sure, but it should be pretty close to intonated. So let's check it. That should be a D note. I can't talk because the tuner's picking me up. If you can see the green light, when the green light comes on, it's in tune. It's showing flat. Let me tune him up a wee bit. I thought it was tuned. It's all over the place. It's pretty much in tune. It's fluctuating a lot. Banjos do that. Okay, here's the noted note. And it's dead on. Okay, let's say it. What I'm going to do here, it's dead on, you saw. What I'm going to do is move that bridge just a fraction forward. I'm just going to grab it and slide it up like that. Now I'll have to retune it. So let's tune that back to a D note. You know what I should do is put something under those strings to mute them, the other ones, so we only have one string to deal with. But I don't have anything, so. Well, that's pretty much in tune. You can see the green light there. Here, that was the harmonic. Here's the note. It's going to be very sharp. And it is 20 cents sharp. You can probably hear that on the camera. Trying to keep these other strings still. There, see, it was perfect. It's going to be sharp though, and I know it. So let's say you got your guitar or banjo or whatever, it's got frets on it, and the intonation's wrong, like this is right here. We'll try another string just to make a point. I swear, banjo is the hardest. I've heard people say you can never, ever, ever get a banjo in tune. I played one 30 years and I never could. Okay, you see the green light. I don't know if you're seeing the green light or not, but it's dead in tune. There's the G note. And there's going to be sharp. I hope you can hear that. That's G. This is G. But it's very sharp. Okay, now let's just say your guitar is intonating sharp. Alright? There again. The distance from the nut to the 12th fret. I've already got that set. And then set that over the fret. And let's say you can do this with a ruler. Unless you want to pay a right eye and a left nut and 3 toes for one of these. Okay, now it's not even now. If the bridge is way too far that way. So we know we got to move the bridge back, but how much? Well, according to that, quite a bit. That sharp note, you can really hear that one. If your guitar or your instrument intonates sharp like that, that means you can't change the distance from the nut to the 12th fret. Okay, you with me on that? You can't change it. You can change the distance from the 12th fret to the saddle, so, or the bridge. And that distance, by making it longer, from right here to right here, we're going to make that longer at that very same frequency. From this distance to right here is going to be lower because we just made it longer. If we can move it clear back here, it'll really be flat. Does that make sense? So we know we can't change this, but we can change the distance from here to here. If it's sharp, the distance needs to be longer. If it's flat, I'll show you that in a minute. If it's a flat note, then the distance needs to be shorter because you're always tuned to the same frequency. That string is always going to be tuned to a D note right there. D-noted, that's what it is. Let me check it and make sure it is the D again. Green light. Okay, sharp. So all I'm going to do is move the bridge back about where I remember it being. And we'll retune. I could use that tool and get it perfect, but see, that note went flat because we made that distance, the overall scale length, longer. Everything's all over the place. Man, that loud banjo. That's very close to it. That's it. Now it's noting I moved the bridge back too far, but I wanted to show you that anyway. This distance from the 12th fret to the bridge, in this case, is way back now, farther than it needs to be. I think I can see on there where it was, but I can always use this tool. Or like I said, if you don't have that, you can measure from your nut to the top of your 12th fret, and then from top of your 12th fret to where the string goes over the saddle, or in this case, bridge. I'm glad that I did that. I'm glad it went too far. If you see the green light on the tuner, let me zoom you in. Maybe you can see that. I need a cameraman, baby. 2 lights on the outside are red. This one means it's sharp. This red one means it's flat. The green one in the center is in tune. But like I say, banjo fluctuates all over the place. There, see it? Now it's going to be flat when I note it. See that? Man, I don't know if y'all seen the lights or not. Try this. Yeah, you can see it better like that, I think. Okay. If your guitar or banjo or any fretted instrument, well, it doesn't necessarily have to have frets, now that I think about it. Like I say, we cannot change the distance from the nut to the 12th fret. So, by that being flat, from the 12th fret to where the string crosses over, that area is too long. It's flat, it's too long. We need to shorten that distance, so let's do that. And it don't take very much, folks. I mean, wow, just a little bit. I've already moved that just now, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. Maybe a 1/16 of an inch. So let's retune it and see what we have now. It's still in tune. But it should intonate now. That's still a little bit flat. But I could measure from the nut to the 12th fret and then the 12th fret back here and set that the same, so it'd be the same as this up here and it'd be intonated. That's what this tool is for. Well, we're going to do it without using the tool because probably most of y'all don't have that. See, that says it's dead in tune. Let me turn the light off again so you can see. Hopefully you can see the lights. It may be a little bit sharp, but you can see that's flat. The red light on this side's flat, that one's sharp. Here's harmonic. So it's flat. That means from here to here is too long. What are we going to do? We're going to pull it up. Just, I mean, a very little bit. Check the tuning. Now it's sharp. Still short. Ah, come on, man. There's the harmonic. It's in tune. Here's the noted. See, it's still a little bit flat. Now, for a banjo player that got a monstrous right hand and plays very, very hard, let me show you. That would be okay where that is set right now. Ah, come on, man. There, see? Here's the note, flat. But if you got a monstrous right hand and you play that string really hard, maybe I should. It comes closer to playing. It's still flat though. So let's move it forward just a fraction more. The idea is to shorten the distance from here to here. That's the whole thing with intonating, or lengthening it, whichever it needs to be in tune. That's a little bit short. Stretch the string out. Still is. Okay. Still showing short. Wow. There it is. And there it is. I might have got still too low. So you can see how tedious this is. Notice every time I move the bridge up, the string gets sharper. Why is that? Anybody tell me? It's still a little bit flat now. I turned it too far. There you go. I first hit it, it's picking these other strings up. I'm trying to mute it. As you can see, it's right on the money now. Let's try another string, the third G string. Wow, it's all over the place. I hope you all can see that light. See, it's right. It's intonated now. Just remember, if it's flat, you need to move your saddle forward. If it's sharp, intonate sharp, move the saddle back away from the 12th fret. The distance from the 12th fret, from the nut to the 12th fret, from 12th fret to the bridge has to be the same. We're very, very, very close. 10-4. Just remember it like this. If your intonation is flat, distance needs to be shorter. If it's noting sharp, distance needs to be longer. The distance I'm talking about from the 12th fret to the bridge or the saddles, in this case, as I said many times, many times. So anyways, you can if you can't get your intonation right back here at the bridge or the saddles, you can get a little bit of adjustment up here at the nut, right where the string breaks away from the nut. You know, you can have the string break away on the very front side of the nut, like oh, it's a heavy bastard. Wow, this banjo weighs about 13 pounds. If you follow the fret where the string breaks away from the nut on this end of the nut, as opposed to this end side, that makes all the difference. It makes a little bit of difference. You can get a little bit more adjustment by following the nut. Jeff Stelling know that. I think all Stelling banjos has got. Banjos are notorious for this B string not intonating right, and I'm pretty sure just about every Stelling has had some nut work right up here, like what I'm talking about. You know, if you can't get it back here, you got a wee little bit of adjustment up here at the nut. So, you know, usually don't do that, but I got a video on that. It's called I think it's called How to Intonate Your Acoustic Guitar Perfectly, or something like that. You can look that up, or maybe I'll put a link here, or yeah, I'll put the thing right up here to it. And you can go click on that and watch that. He goes into a lot more detail on intonating an acoustic guitar, which is very hard to get perfect. But you can do it. It can be done. Or I can be close, not perfect. You can get any instrument perfect. I mean, it ain't going to happen, man. It is not going to happen. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helps the people that didn't know whether to go forward or backward. Just remember, if it notes sharp, needs longer. If it's flat, needs to be shorter. Just remember that. And you'll make it home. Cheers. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Jesus, that's bad.